After the poor start that we made to Season 3 in the last episode, we have recovered, and it looks like business as normal. The transfer window has shut, and we have been very quiet in that transfer window as well. And so we are just trundling along this season, trying to add more trophies to what we already have. We are really just waiting to see if there is an AFC competition. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rocking All Over the Globe, Part 15, Season 3, here at Club 2 Hiroshima in Japan. And it has been a good start to Season 3, despite the fact that we had a 0-0 draw in our last episode in the first game. We have moved on since then, and at the moment we are currently top. We have played 6 and we have won 5 and we have 16 points and we are 2 points clear of second place, Kobe. We are this season expected to finish, I believe, in second place and we are well on course to achieve that. However, I would like to win the title because I'm very anxious to keep adding to the number of trophies that we have, which currently stands at 5 trophies in our first 3 seasons. And today we will be playing 2 games. We will be away at Chiba in the J1 League. Chiba are a promoted team and they are currently in 4th and they are not to be underestimated. They have 13 points from their 7 games. They are predicted to finish in 19th. They are 1,000 to 1 to win the J1 League. They are not expected to finish in 4th. They are overachieving a lot. And so we're going to need to be at our best today to beat Chiba. I'd like to think we can, and I'd like to think that will be 3 points in the bag for us, and we will then follow that up with a League Cup tie, the first leg of the 4th round, and we will be at home to Kawasaki, and they are very, very difficult opponents, as we already know. And so we got 2 very tough games coming up. It does seem that we've been playing all our very easy games off camera, and today we will be playing against 2 much more difficult opponents, and so get ready for difficult games today. But before we go into what's been happening both on and off the pitch, as usual, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff, help the channel to grow and help us to support the very, very good work of the British Heart Foundation. And I would like to thank all 11 of my channel members who have been with me for some time now, and I really do appreciate what you are doing for me. And by becoming channel members, you provide me with the inspiration to keep going, to keep making videos, to keep trying to make a difference. And so my heartfelt thanks to all of you who have become members over the last 6 months or so. I really, really do appreciate it. So let's go and have a look at what has been happening on the pitch since you were last here. And when you were last with us, you saw us have that 0-0 draw against Yokohama. It was our first game in the league and we didn't get off to the perfect start. We had just recently beaten Kawasaki in the Super Cup, but I'm not expecting Kawasaki to be as easy an opponent today. I don't think they were perfectly fit at that time in the season. After Yokohama, we then went away to Fukuoka and we beat them by 3-1. We started our journey back to form. And then at home to FC Tokyo, we beat them by 3-2. And then at this point, I'm starting to wonder, are we leaking too many goals? And defensively, if we look at current form there, we were, I think, leaking too many goals. And I do believe the secret to FM24, for anybody who doesn't know yet, is defending. Because we can score goals going forward, but we cannot defend. And as soon as we learn how to defend, then we are going to be the best team in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. Because I do believe everything in FM24 is going to be this season around defending. After Tokyo, we went away to Kawasaki again and we beat them away by 1-0. And then we followed that up with a home tie against Yamagata and we beat them comfortably by 5-1. We then went away to Nagasaki and we beat them by 3-1, and things at this point are looking extremely good. We have won our last 5 fixtures and that means we are now sitting on top of the league. If we can beat Chiba today, it's going to consolidate our position at the top of the league. And then if we can get off to a good start in the League Cup second round against Kawasaki, I will be a very happy manager at the end of this episode. In terms of the transfer window, nothing really much happened. We did make one signing. We brought in Ryuta Kolka. He's come in from Yokohama for 300,000. I think he's an interesting player. He can play all the way up the right, from right fullback all the way up to right attacking midfielder. He's got decent physicals for this level, and his mentals are quite good as well. And now that we have a number of players injured on this side of the pitch, it's likely he's going to be getting a lot more game time. He has decent passing and he has good work rate. He's 29 years old now, in his prime, and should be able to produce some very good performances for us. I think he's going to be getting some game time in the very near future. And that was the only thing that has happened, really. We've let go Hiraku Takauda. He has gone to Shimuzi on loan. He's our 17-year-old striker. Because we've brought in Suzuki, he's not likely to be getting much playing time this season. So he's gone out for a season, and should he do well this season, and he will come back and probably be, at 18 years old, a first-team player next season. In terms of current injuries, we do have a number of players out. We have Nagoshi, the goalkeeper, currently out. He's expected to miss the next game. And Ezequiel, he has pulled ankle ligaments and is going to be out for another week or so. He's already been out for a couple of weeks. We have Piagbara, who's just a fringe player. We want to move him on, but he's refusing to move. He's just going to have to be leaving when his contract ends. He's going to be out for another few days. It's not really a big deal, him. And then our brand new winger, Takura Kaneko, he has a broken ankle. He broke his ankle a few weeks ago. He's expected to be out for another 5 weeks to 2 months. That's pretty much him done until the Christmas break. And then Kim Kyu-min, he has a hip injury and he's likely to be out for 4 to 8 days. He's been out for a little while now, and so we need to get him back and up to fitness at left back there. So we keep getting injuries. We're adding to them all the time, and it doesn't seem there's much we can do about that. But we do have a lot of cover, and it does mean that whilst we are getting players injured, then the dynamics and the player happiness seems to be doing okay at the moment. We have 2 players unhappy. Ezequiel, who wants to leave to play in a better division. That means he may well want to go abroad. There isn't a better division in Japan. And then Tono wants to start more games, but he is very happy at the moment that he is starting and playing a little bit more. We have demoted him to a squad player, so that has helped. Managerial support is good, club atmosphere is good, and the team cohesion is good. And in terms of general happiness, there are some unhappy players. Mitsuda is happy. He is starting to feel he deserves a new contract, and he probably does. And Ezequiel slightly unhappy. I'm looking at playing time. We only have Tono is getting a little concerned again. We perhaps need to give him a few more games. And then perhaps Koizumi, we're probably going to move him on anyway, so he's not a big deal. And he's not high up in the hierarchy, high up enough to worry me. We have 2 big games coming up now, and I will stop all the waffle. Let's go and get the team ready for the game against Chiba, an unknown team. They are a good team because they are sitting in 4th, recently promoted. We got to stop them in their tracks. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Chiba is Gi Sung-yun in goal. We have Nagoshi injured at the moment, with Matsuda, Fuji, Sasaki and Shichi at the back. Ito, Notsuda and Lee Dongwang in midfield, with Endo, Mitsuta and Suzuki will play up front. It is a slightly rotated team to what I have been playing, but I'm confident that it's a team that can go out there and win football matches. So we need to be winning this game, and we need to be making sure that we don't lose this game to Chiba. We are doing well. We are on a good run, and I've got a lot of faith in these boys at the moment. I hope they don't let me down. I got a funny feeling that this might be a day, because we are doing too well, and it might be a day where the underdogs actually beat us and our unbeaten record comes to an end. We do have an unbeaten record. I tend to be a little bit too hard on this team, I think. We are unbeaten, and that draw in the first game of the season was a poor performance, but we've recovered since, and we're doing very, very well. And here is Endo. He's looking for Shichi on the left, trying to play it down the left, but Endo is cutting inside. That's a lovely ball over the top to Lee Dongwang. Ball into the middle. Suzuki. It is 1-0. I think it's going to be given offside. though. Lee Dongguang has been given offside. Is the referee checking VAR? It was a beautiful goal, and we do tend to have a lot of very good goals disallowed. A lot of first time it has been disallowed. It was a beautiful couple of passes, and that's unfortunate. We do tend to have a lot of really good goals disallowed, and just marginally offside. But what a beautiful crossfield pass on the volley. And we have had 3 shots, 3 on target. We are the better team. We are not leading, though, as it becomes 4 on 4. We're definitely taking the game to them, though. And here is Notsuda. Notsuda with a pass out to Matsuda at fullback. Matsuda, who's been very much in demand from a lot of clubs, but we have held on to him. He knows where the best team is and has not made a fuss about being transferred. We've just rejected everything. And Suzuki has a chance, and Suzuki has scored. This time it is allowed. And this time, it's Choba 0, Hiroshima 1, and that is the lead that we wanted. And well done, boys. It's taken a while, but looking at Kawasaki's result at the moment, they are beating Yamagata by 4-0. And Suzuki did very well, turned in the box. He just came off his man and turned and on the volley, put it in. It is 1-0. And we do have another highlight, but we are deep in our own half. And Ito looks to get the ball forward, but that's been intercepted. But Ito driving forward. He's got a lot of passing options on Matsuda. Finds Suzuki in space. It's tackle, but comes out to Mitsuda, and Suzuki has another chance, and it comes out to Lee Dongguang, who fires it past the post. And we are creating a ton of chances, but another one offside. And so at the moment it is still 1-0. This game is by nowhere near done, and we do have to keep creating chances and be a little bit better with our passing than that. That was a terrible pass, but a good tackle. And here is Ito. Ito's having a good game, driving forward in midfield again. Mitsuta has passing. He has passes on. Mitsuta with a chance, and Mitsuta's put it away. It is now 2-0. He had a lot of passing options on then, but he chose not to take it, and it is now 2-0 to Hiroshima. And what a performance this is. This is what I was hoping for. Ito's having an outstanding game in midfield. Mitsuta drove on. He had 2 players inside he could have passed to, but he went alone and fired it into the corner. And it is now Chiba 0. It is Chiba 0, Hiroshima 2, and we are doing very well. We are continuing to dominate this league as Ito on the ball again. He's always involved. He's having a great game today. And here is Lee Dongguang, who's also playing well down that right-hand side. Looks to get the ball inside. He can't. And he was crowded out a little bit there. But Ito has won it again. And Matsuda tries to bring it forward, but he's crowded out as well. And the ball is driven long. Fuji should win that. And that's a nice pass to Ito. Ito is everywhere at the moment. Notsuda finds Sasaki to Shichi. Down the left this time. Looking inside for Endo, can't find him. That's a poor pass from Shichi, and needs to win the ball. He has done. Comes out to Ito to Matsuda, and here is Lee Dongguang. Lee Dongguang has a chance. He chips the goalkeeper, but he also chips the goal, and it remains 2-0. We are creating chance after chance here, and we are absolutely dominating this game as Gi Sung-yen fires the ball long. That's not a good kick. It's coming back at us. And well done as Suzuki has taken that ball. And it's all the way back to Ito. Ito finds Matsuda again. And, oh boy, that was almost another chance. But we keep winning the ball. And Shichi with a ball over the top to Mitsuda. Mitsuda is in. He's looking. The referee's looking for offside again. That will be the 3rd offside goal in this half. And I do think that the number of offsides is a little bit unreasonable. It has been awarded this time, though, and we are now 3-0 up. We are totally dominating this game, and Chiba, recently promoted, were doing very well in 4th place. They've come up against a different type of opposition today, and we just buried them. Lovely pass over the top from Shichi. And Mitsuta does what he likes to do. And on the half volley, he powered it into the net. We are doing extremely well. I'm really happy with the way they are playing. I'm happy with the number of shots they've had on target. It is a very, very good result at the moment. We need to make sure that we don't have second half syndrome. And as you can see already, the momentum of the game has changed. And they are absolutely pounding our goal at the moment. And the momentum has completely changed. And I don't know why this happens, but we are going to shout demand more. They're going to score as usual, and that's a good tackle. But I don't understand why the momentum changes so much. And at the moment, it is still 3-0. I'm going to go and make some changes after, and there's no point in defending. I don't think defensive tactics work. And so we'll just we'll make some kind of change because they have scored. And once you learn how to defend in this game, you will conquer the world. And once you learn how to deal with second half syndrome, you will conquer the world, because those are the two things that are dodgy in this year's game. And it always happens. Second half syndrome is very real in FM24. And they have absolutely hammered us in the second half. They were not in it in the first half, and they have come back now. I'm going to go and make some changes. And so I have made a few changes. I've also tweaked the tactic a little bit. We're going to try and press them a little bit now because they've absolutely hammered us in the second half. I find this a lot. They had only one shot before half-time. They have now got 7, and they are well within touching distance of us. And I don't have any tired players out there at the moment. I do need to make one more change. We'll bring on... I'm not quite sure if I need to make any more changes. We just need to try and hold on. And I don't know what second half syndrome is, but they always come back in the second half. And if you're 3-0 up, I haven't worked out yet. How do you combat that? They will always come back at you. It doesn't matter who they are. They could be a team from the 3rd division. They will always look like a very much better team. And I don't quite yet know how to deal with this, but it looks like we're going to win this game. And at the moment, that's all that counts is the 3 points. We've been poor in the second half. There's a shot. We have made it 4-1. Suzuki has put it away. And again, this can happen. They either come back to 3-2 or you get another goal or another 1 or 2 goals and pull away. There are distinct patterns that happen in the games. And as long as we keep winning, though, it doesn't matter. It only hurts if they come back to 3-3. But at the moment, it is 4-1, and we pretty much have won the game. I'm going to just bring on Kawamara for the last few minutes just to see the game out. But I really need to solve this. We need to work out why this happens. Is it that the AI manager changes tactics which are just too good for how you're playing? I don't know. But by pressing them, we've stopped it, I think, as I don't know if that's been made the difference. We also went back to balanced. Those were the little tweaks that I made, which changed the game a little bit again. But they have been a great team in the second half. They've drawn the second half as it stands. They are putting us under a lot of pressure at the back. They are going to make it 4-2, but they've hit the crossbar. And every time they come forward in this half, and if we look at how they performed, they've been extremely good, the opposition. They were not on the pitch in the first half. In the second half, they were a very different outfit. And I'm going to say nice work. That was good. I'm not too worried about second half syndrome as long as we get the 3 points. And with the 3 points, that means now that we are 3 points clear of Osaka, who have played a game more than us. And if we can go 6 points clear, winning our game in hand, that'll be absolutely fantastic. And so we march on, and we do have to now go and play our next game. It will be against Kawasaki, another very difficult team. It is the League Cup second round first leg. I need us to get off to a very good start here. If we can do that, we will have every chance of putting out one of our main rivals from this competition. I'll go and get the team ready for this game. We will be right back. We will see you before the kickoff. Let's go and kick some balls. So we come to the first leg of the fourth round of the Japanese League Cup. This is a competition we have not won. We were knocked out in the semi-final, or was it the quarter-final last season? Perhaps this is a season we should be looking to win this competition. But we have a very tough game coming up against Kawasaki. And the team for today is Gu Song-yun in goal with Matsuda, Fuji, Yokoyama, Sichi at the back, with Ito, Notsuda and Lee Dongguang in midfield. Endo, Tono and Piros will start up front. I am aware that I have to give Piros some games. I have to give Tono some games. And so they've come in for this very important cup match. And I'm hoping for big games from them. If we can get off to a good start today in our home leg, then I feel very optimistic. But I don't think that I feel very optimistic on the tie overall. And every game that I come into, I think one of the big problems that I have is this second half syndrome. I really do need to figure out how to deal with that. We give a lot of goals away in the second half of games. Let's hope that we can get off to a good start against Kawasaki. We have beaten them twice already this season. We've got the Indian sign over them. We do have a free kick that's gone into the box. It comes out to Ito. Ito's playing very, very well at the moment at DLP. Notsuda passes it on to Shichi. Chichi, he finds Notsuda. Notsuda has the ball taken off him. And here come Kawasaki. Is it Kawasaki's turn to beat us? And they are in space. They are looking to get it into the box. It was a chance. It was well defended, I think, by Yokoyama. And he did very well, the 17-year-old, to take the ball off the Kawasaki forward. It is all Kawasaki at the moment. We're not keeping the ball particularly well. Despite the fact that we've had 70% of possession, it doesn't look good on what in terms of the highlights. And I'm wondering if second half syndrome will work for us as well as the opposition, and we'll play better in the second half. And here's Lee Dongguang. Lee Dongguang, he finds Ito. Ito finds Notsuda. Notsuda takes a shot, and it has been saved. What a good save. The linesman has his flag up for some reason, but it is a corner, and we do need to try and get a goal here from this set piece. It's into the near post, and it's not well headed on, and it's collected by the goalkeeper, and it is at the moment still 0-0. Hiroshima 0, Kawasaki 0. It always was going to be very tense, very close, this. These are very difficult opponents. It's hard to be drawn early on in the competition against opponents like this. But however, if we don't win the League Cup, it's not a big deal. We need to focus on winning titles. And the AFC, hopefully, if the competition does exist. And here's Notsuda again. It ball into Endo. Endo scored. The linesman is running away from it. I think it's going to count. The referee is not checking VAR. We have taken the lead. Against the run of play, I think, it is Hiroshima 1, Kawasaki 0. Lee Dongguang made a good break, and Ito found Notsuda, and for once his pass was good, and Endo sneaked into that little space by the penalty spot. He's put it away. It's Hiroshima 1, Kawasaki 0. That's better from this team. It looks a little bit more hopeful, but 1-0 is never going to be enough, especially over two legs. We have started to dominate the match momentum. We are looking like we're the better team. We have to just be careful about these counter-attacks. They're counter-attacking at pace. And it's a 4-4-2, and we know they're going to counter-attack, play it wide, look to cross it into the box. They are creating chances. They have scored. It's 1-1, and there was a counter-attack again. We are very leaky at the back, this team. But at least it's not second half syndrome at the moment, because at the moment it's a very even contest, and we just didn't defend very well then. And Yokoyama, he's playing quite well, actually. It's Shichi at left back, who's not having the greatest of times out there. I think maybe what we need to do with Shichi is to have him not tight marking. We need to just continue. We've dominated possession. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Sichi not to tight mark and to actually close down a little bit less often than he is, so that he's not losing ground to his opponent out there. And Piros, unfortunately, also needs a talking to. He has not been good enough. He needs to buck his ideas up, as well as Tono, who has not been good enough as well. And Ito is not having a very good game today, and very unhappy with Ito as well. It was his mistake apparently, but I didn't see that. That's cost us that goal. We are slightly the better team, but only slightly. But in terms of chances created, but it is going to be Kawasaki at the beginning of the second half with the chance. And there's a header. It's got to be cleared. It's cleared, but nobody there to pick up the header. It is Kawasaki again into space. They have taken the lead, and now we are in serious trouble in this competition. And this team are not playing well enough. They're just simply not good enough today, and that sometimes is what happens. I'm going to have to change things up a little bit, maybe go a little bit more attacking, and going to press further up the pitch, try to pin them back a little bit, and make some serious changes to this team, the players who are not playing very well. And checking VAR, we know it's onside. I'm going to go and make some changes now. In fact, I will do it after this highlight. I don't know how often that happens to me, but I think, yeah, that's possibly a good idea. And Kawasaki, it's their turn to beat us. And we have beaten them twice this season, and it's their turn to beat us now. They've made it 3-1. We are in desperate trouble now, and we're going out of this competition. And I don't know why, having beaten them twice already, we can't beat them this time. I really don't know what that's about. It's just the team are not playing, I guess. And if your team is dreadful on the day, then you don't win matches. So I'm going to make some 5 changes here. And so I have made my changes. And I also need to go much more attacking now. We need to try and get back into this game. And it is just simply that the players were not playing very well, I think. As Endo looks to get a goal in here, we've made it 3-2. And I'm going to change the instructions slightly. I'm going to go press them, and I'm going to push the line up even higher. And actually, no, maybe I've made an error here, and I should have put the line back a little bit for the 4-4-2. That's possibly my mistake, but we are going to press them now. We are going to try and take the game to them a little bit. It is Hiroshima 2, Kawasaki 3. It's not our day today, and sometimes that happens, but there's still another game to play. We've been soundly beaten today. I don't know what's the matter with the boys today. And Piros has had a dreadful game. He does this, he will go missing, and it looks like Suzuki is making a challenge to be the number 1 striker. As Mitsuta fires in the corner. Can we make it 3-3? And it's headed, and the goalkeeper dropped it, and it somehow stayed out. Yokoyama looks to play it inside. The highlight comes to an end. And are Kawasaki going to make it 4-2, or are we going to make it 3-3? We are not defending very well, and it's very difficult, and they've made it 4-2. It's defensively, you might as well forget being defensive in FM24. You just concede so many goals that it is unbelievable. And we are now 4-2 behind, and we are absolutely shocking. I'm going to berate the team because I can't think of anything else to do now. And an absolutely shocking performance to end the episode. But luckily it is only the League Cup, and it really doesn't matter about the League Cup. But if we can finish just a goal behind, we're still in the game. And I'll give the team a rollicking. We're actually still in the game at the moment. And the team can have a rollicking, think about the error of their ways. And we have made it 4-3. The game is keeping us in this tie. And I don't know why. But it's like the opposition's defence is also a shambles. And it's a strange game, this FM24. I really would like them to give me back FM22 with the new graphics, and then I'll be happy. Each year since 22, they've tried to improve it, and they've made it worse. We are, though, 4-3 down here at home to Kawasaki. We do have a corner. Can we get the final goal, make it 4-4? That would be quite fun. The referee has given a penalty, and it is, if we can score from the penalty spot, it will go to 4-4. I won't be happy. We've made it 4-4. I'm not going to be very, very happy about it. But having pushed the line further up and having moved the line further back against the 4-4-2, we should have that line deeper against a 4-4-2. And that was my error. But having pushed the line back now and started to counter-press them, we have actually made a difference. It's gone to 4-4. I got rid of the players who were not playing very well, and we've somehow salvaged a draw. We're still in this competition. We should have won that, and I'm not happy with that team, and they need to be told I'm not happy. It's a draw, it's not a defeat, but I'm not happy with the way things worked out there. And we're going to move on, and we'll come back for the second leg of that very difficult tie. And then we will play Kobe, another very difficult game in the J1 League. We've got some tough games coming up. We will be back for the Kawasaki second leg and for the Kobe match. And that will be very, very shortly. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, I can tell you, you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff. Help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. I'm still a contented manager. We remain unbeaten this season. We had a terrible pre-season, but we've recovered. And we've got to keep this unbeaten sequence going. We have some tough league games coming up. We have a tough second leg of the League Cup coming up. We'll be back very shortly. All that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.